Alright, so last season, white aggro's been a deck for most of the format now. And last season, white aggro splashed red for heroic reinforcements and some sideboard cards. This season, white aggro's been splashing blue for some counter spells. I really like Dovin. So this deck is saying, why pick between the two great flavors when we could just have both great flavors together? So this deck is playing both lots of blue and red mana, so we can play the good blue and red cards in the white aggro deck. So let's dive in and play some matches, shall we? Yeah, Loxodon's good, but Dovin and Marshal and Heroic Reinforcements are all good too. And you just only have so much room for that much top end in a deck like this. So like something's got to give basically. Oh, did I not update? I don't think I updated the stream decker, did I? I did not. I'll do that in a second. Normally, I'm more prepared than this. Today's not gone well. Today's been a little mediocre. I am not attacking with this token. Because if they have Wizard's Lightning, they get to kill my Marshal and then eat my token. Although I guess if they had Wizard's Lightning... Oh, they had it and didn't play it proactively. Probably did here. Chain Whirler probably locks things up for them, I think. Vanguard's real bad here. Honor Guard's great because it turns off, what's it called? I think I cut Skymarcher just as another thing that dies in the fire to Chain Whirler. Conclave Tribunal is probably a little bit slow. I'm gonna trim a Marshal since they have so many deal 3s. Give this a go. Hey, Rainer, thanks for the 7-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Dovin's actually really good in this matchup. Dovin gains you points of life, and he makes meaningful blockers. He also does a good, hey, look at distraction. And in fact, I'm going to give you a timeout for giving an unsubstantiated opinion without saying why you think it felt medium. Hello, follow the chat rules, please. Any other decks today? Nah, I think if we get destroyed by this, I'm just going to be done for the day. It's been a rough morning. So here's a really important thing that people don't count enough of the time. So a lot of people like to bring up the Steam vents with Benalish Marshal. This deck plays one more land than most white weenie decks playing Marshal. So this deck has the same number of white sources as other decks playing Marshal, even though we're playing Esteem Vens. The best fixing you can put in your deck is just playing more lands. That's an issue on your end, Troll. It was updated here on mine. I don't know. We're not in an amazing spot, but I feel like we're not terrible. I guess it depends. If they have double removal spell here, maybe this is fine. Noob Party, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Welcome, welcome. Nah, I think there's like 40 different decks in this format that you can play and think are reasonable. Don't stress yourself out trying to find the top meta decks. Find a deck that you enjoy playing and then play that one. So the reason I didn't save the Baffling End for the Steamkin is because, believe it or not, your opponent doesn't always play their best card on 2. If you looked at my hand that I had one play that I could make for 2 mana, and then past that, I had a bunch of 3 mana cards in my hand. So if I didn't Baffling End on 2 there, I wasn't going to... They have Runaway Steamkin to pay for this. Yikes. If I didn't use my Baffling End on 2, I wouldn't have been able to use my mana efficiently that turn. And passing, not using my mana against the red deck is generally bad. Yeah, shrinking the Steamkin isn't the worst thing in the world. Why did they shock? They have a floating mana. They must have forgot they had a floating mana. I think we're actually ahead here at this point, right? Even with the Steamkin? I'm sure now that I've said that, they're gonna hit like Frenzy or something silly, but I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. Like, my other history's popping off this turn. I get to plus Dovin, plus flip my Legion landing. So, like, even if I draw a blank, I get to start pumping out lifelink tokens. I didn't attack with both because one of them was summoning sick.
These contraptions have their uses.
Yeah, I agree, Nomad. Mana efficiency is one of the most important things about this matchup. It's possible this attack is wrong. I don't know. If I attack like this, they have to chump. I guess they could trade here, but now they have to go. I guess they don't have to double chump. I guess this seems fine for them. Dovin goes up to 5 here. I don't even think that's a playstyle thing so much as it's just it's correct to use my mana when I'm going to be using my mana on future turns. Like, if I don't play the Baffling End on 2, then I'm not being resource efficient on 2, and then, like, I'm not being resource efficient the following turn if I Baffling End then. Like, Runaway Steamkin doesn't mean you automatically lose the game. It's funny, the Spell Pierce actually ended up working out kind of okay there. Do I want Spell Pierce on the draw? I think am I gonna cut the Pierces on the draw? I was thinking maybe I want Skymarchers back in, but Skymarcher's really bad against Goblin Chain Whirler. I'm just gonna run it back. Let's see how this goes. Sure. So, I think I'm actually just going to put this into play tapped here. And then turn 2 can be Snubhorn second tapped land. Marshal, Marshal, Marshal! This is a shock me so we can skewer the Snubhorn and attack. I mean, getting the skewer out of their hand on the Snubhorn's like kind of a win for us, right? Feels like a win at least. And then next turn we get to play second Marshal with Spell Pierce up. Aggressively mediocre. Drakari. Quickly being reminded why I don't try particularly hard most of the time. It's a pretty easy block here, I think. If they want to trade that plus a shock for this Marshal, that's a win for me. Oh, this line is worse against this. This is much worse for me. Definitely did not have Goblin Chain Whirler on my mind after having just talked about it. Mistakes were made. Spell Pierce looking pretty bad here. Yikes. And again, like, if I don't trade there, I get to, like, have my other thing and play this turn, which would be ideal. I guess the Spell Pierce is just, like, dead at this point. Guess we just have to hope Marshal lives. If my board lives and I draw a land or a 1-mana creature, I get to enable Snubhorn, which would be nice. Baffling End and Conclave Tribunal would also be good draws here. Man, remember that time I tapped out? I tapped out off the Spell Pierce. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Hey, how good's your frenzy about to be? Yep. I made a couple of bad plays this game. Made a couple of bad plays for sure. The blocking the Vanisho with more Marshals in my hand, not thinking about Chain Whirler. I was thinking about Shock and I ended up having Chain Whirler. Okay, well, the Spell Pierce got text at least, I guess. We had another Heroic Reinforcements we could win potentially. This attack actually leaves them dead to Heroic Reinforcements. That's a land, okay. Yeah, sounds about right. Cindervines and Collision Colossus. I guess this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I wonder if this matchup's bad. I feel like there's a good chance this matchup is bad. Guess we'll find out. It's probably less bad when they don't do anything for the first 2 turns. This is the part where they Goblin Chain Whirler me and I'm forced to pay life, right? So we get History of Benalia going here, and then next turn we get to play the Marshal. And then maybe with 3 Knights in play, we can pressure them out of the game. This has been about how the day's gone. Maybe I'm not supposed to attack here because of the lightning strike line. Now they only take 11. I'm gonna avoid showing them red mana if I can this game. We're not drawing any more spells here, but maybe we don't need them. I guess this was a spell. Doesn't feel like a spell, but it's a spell. Spell land, basically. Baffling End sounds great. Skymarcher out. I think I want all my removal. Is this an Ajani matchup? I wonder if this is. It's probably an Adanto out matchup and just Ajani to build up bigger. Is this pulling up too much? This might be pulling up too much. Well, the only thing they have that Honor Guard impacts is Goblin Chain Whirler. I don't know if that's enough. Like, Marshal kind of stops that. Meh. Hey, Brian, thanks for the 9 months. I appreciate the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Afternoon, nerd girl. I guess it's still morning out on the left coast, huh? Oh, steam vents. Oh, steam vents. I think this is a mulligan. They don't play the Vanisho card. They're playing red-green warriors. This is not mono-red aggro. Honor Guard is good against mono-red aggro. History's a good pickup. So next turn I can Dovin down tick Conclave Tribunal.
Maybe I'll hang on to these, if that's all right.
Yep.
They're statistically likely to fail.
Oh, you haven't seen the last of that.
That was in fact an okay turn. They played Gruul Guildgate.
This is no mere trinket.
I don't know. Figure it out. If I would have down-ticked Dovin there, they'd be at 3. One more heroic reinforcements, please.
How dire are easily remedied.
I mean, at least we found 3 spells, I guess. At least we found some do I actually want some lands here? No, probably not. Rage cutting a land after this, right? Figure it out. That proves the shuffler isn't random. Yep. Submit it. Submit the evidence to the vault. We shall continue stockpiling evidence against the shuffler until we are ready to take it to a court of law. I don't think I have good attacks here, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. Ajani's plus is lethal next turn if they don't have a way to kill one of these flying tokens. I guess they have CGN Commander. They have a Crawl Harpooner too, gross. I need a hero. Do 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 do.
I don't enjoy seeing things suffer.
I understand you are in need of support.
Do I just pump up 2 of my knights here? I think I pump up 2 of my knights to get them out of... Ajani's not lethal. They have only 2 of these can attack. I think I want to make 2 of my knights big enough to attack. What if I do this? They can trade a Rekindling Phoenix for a knight. And then they chump block the other, and they go to 1. Or they could eat here, double chump. I think this is a win for me. Putting them to 2 is reasonable, because then both my Thopters are lethal in the air next turn off of Ajani. I think I like this attack. That also works for me. And I guess this makes sense in a way. It cuts them off of chump blockers though, which is good for me. Yep. We were bound to win a match eventually, right? Was bound to happen. Back up to Diamond 3. Back up to where we started the day. After 4 hours, we are back where we began. Life's like a jump rope. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Do, 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 do. When did we go on a losing streak? Yes. 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 I believe yes is the answer to your question. Gonna lead on Legion's landing here because it attacks for 1 on turn 2, whereas Snubhorn Sentry doesn't actually have power for a while. Stormbreath Dragon, I'd encourage you to go watch the previous Esper Angels deck list on my YouTube channel. We've played it before with Thief in it. Hey, no worries, Frankie. Thanks for the support. Hope you get all your stuff sorted. That could be a real pain. If I wanted to win some comp REL event in Modern this weekend, what would I play? I'd probably play the radio. Or anything else. You should never go to a Magic tournament expecting to win, much less a Modern tournament. Video killed the radio star. Do 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 do. Crackling Drake. Yay, they're dead. They're dead on board, right? Just actually dead on board. Still had all these. Blue-Red Phoenix is objectively the best deck in Modern. If you are looking to win, I would encourage you to play Blue-Red Phoenix. I think I want Spell Pierce in this matchup for their fiery cannonades and other cheap stuff. Seems reasonable otherwise. I'm going to click submit. Mazer Mouse, thanks for the prime. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Welcome everyone, by the way. I hope everyone's having a great Tuesday wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for dropping in. Hanging out, playing some Standard. We were going to attempt to break into Mythic today, but it's not going so successfully. So tomorrow we'll be back to being a full-time meme. The ladder system is quickly reminding me of why we headed in that direction. Magic's more fun when you play for fun, which is a weird takeaway, I know. Is it safe to say that 51% versus the field as a whole is great in Modern right now? I think the safest thing to say about 51% versus the field, that wherever you got that number from, it's far too specific to actually be accurately calculated. Sounds like something that somebody made up. We did actually take a day last season and play. I think we played Blue-Green Climb into Mythic. Your sample sizes are bad and you should feel bad. Never, didn't have it. So you're telling me I should just not play Modern? No, I mean, if you like Phoenix or Dredge, those decks are both great. If you want to play for fun and you like Creature Toolbox decks, I think the Vanafear Pod deck is a blast. So next turn we'll probably Bodyguard the Bodyguard, so that way we only lose one of them to a Fiery Cannonade. Unless this one eats it, in which case we'll Bodyguard the Snubhorn, obviously. I mean, you say that, Variety Troll, but I think honestly a lot of people will agree with you. Like, the deck building portion of Magic is the best part of the game for many people. And like, for as much as we complain about Magic's resource system is what we have to thank for the deck building portion of Magic being so deep and interesting. Opponent is red manaless. That wasn't the 3-drop I wanted for Christmas, but like heroic into heroic is gonna be pretty A-okay here. You enjoy any other games off stream? The only other game I've been playing recently is the Warhammer TCG. That's like my sit on the couch on my tablet and play a couple games of here and there. Usually play enough games to do the daily missions that they give you in it. It's a nice change of pace for Magic. The gameplay is very different. Exciting match where my opponent did nothing and then died. What an exciting match. Please have fun. Thanks for the Prime support. Welcome, welcome. We're trying to have a good time here. Would I play MTGA on a tablet if I could? Nah, the screen's probably too small, except for like an exceptionally large tablet. One of the things that's nice about the Warhammer game is it's like Hearthstone and other digital games, like it's designed with smaller screens in mind. And it uses the fact that the screen space is limited as a tactical thing to add value to the game as opposed to being a drawback. Yeah, you're not wrong, Burgle. This deck is definitely like one of the upsides of playing a deck like this or playing a deck like Mono Blue or the other proactive decks in the format is that you get to run people over when they stumble, and not every deck can do that. There is a floor at every rank that you hit, so when you're in Diamond, you can't fall back into Platinum, but you can fall all the way back to Diamond 4. That's fine, I didn't want to play any more spells this game anyways. Oh, that's a good one. It's exciting. Exciting. Dovin Bond. Maybe I'm supposed to down tick there. I don't know. I kind of want to just get him to 7 over the next 2 turns and gas back up. So, like, now they have to beat the board and they have to beat the Dovin ultimate. So, like, even if they hit Cry here, I get to down tick Dovin and hopefully find heroic reinforcements. They have, like, double moment of craving. They still lose to heroic reinforcements. Not right away, but eventually. Ritual of Soot, notably embarrassing.
I was confident this would work. Again, I am proven right.
I agree. Dovin's voice lines are A+. Full agree on that one. Alright, is this... Usually I board out Marshal against the control decks. Extra Spell Pierce seems good here. Ajani seems good here. I don't think I want Negate in this matchup. I don't think I want a 4th Conclave Tribunal, but I think the first 3 are probably fine. Taking Nikki B out of the way as a blocker seems fine. Honestly, most of the Planeswalkers in general have great scripts. Is that a good thing with the design of it? Honor Guard? No, I don't think Honor Guard is very good here. Like, obviously it shuts off Nicol Bolas, but like their 4/4 on 4 is like not really the card that we really care about. And see, it's not amazing, but it like has all my colors and like has 1 drop into 2 drops, so it's hard to pass up here. Like, if they thought erasure me, I still have plays on 1 and 2. Perfect. Oh, I should lead on Skymarcher here. I didn't readjust my play after I drew for the turn. So 10 out of 10 should lead on Skymarcher here. Perfect. We did win the last match. Really? That's interesting. Skymarcher was better because Dauntless Bodyguard gets to protect something when it comes into play. So if I would have played Skymarcher on 1, I could have played Dauntless Bodyguard to protect it. Alright, and if they play Cry next turn, I get to play Ajani and then down tick and get a threat back, which is nice. Nicol Bolas, that's not a big deal. So, Ajani, uptick, Ajani on these 2, attack with this because it's got 4 power. Yeah, Cry exiles, but there's already a 2-1 in my bin. We've won like half a match. Or half our matches, half a match. We've won half our matches today, thank you very much. We're exactly where we started the day. Resolves. Dursty, thanks for the 13 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. If this is kill Ajani into Cry, I'm in trouble. Yep.
Deliver us to victory.
History is definitely one of my better non-Conclave Tribunal draws there. You're probably a little bit too far behind at this point.
Go on without me.
Guess it depends on what else is in their hand. If they have anything else reasonable, we're probably dead. Especially with a draw like that. I guess if I'd have drawn heroic reinforcements this turn, we'd have dumpstered them. Hey, No Spoon. Thanks for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Alright. Game 3 on the plate. Is the mana in this deck consistent? Yeah, moderately. You're basically a mono white deck with 2 splashes, and your splashes you don't need till like the 3rd or 4th turn of the game. Esper has a very hard time beating Legion's Landing. It's one of the reasons why Legion's Landing is so good. Play a chance for glory. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Spell piercing your thought eracious. Do 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 using my mana. Do 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 do. Get in there, send a message. We'll give a little love tap, baby love tap, baby love tap, do 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 do. If we hit a land, do we have the city's blessing? Land is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so land, if they don't have a removal spell, gives us the city's blessing, which would be quite absurd. Driving in my car, beep beep. This is the part where they kill the Snubhorn, take 10, untap, and cry of the Canary Moss. Really? Okay, okay. Will Try Hard Tuesday be banned if your day moving forward? I don't know. After how today is gone, I think this was a mistake, and I'm just gonna go back to how we usually do things. Trying to win at Magic makes me sad, and I don't like to be sad, chat. Don't get sad, get glad. Why do you play 30 lands? It's a question I often ask myself. Yeah, we're done here, right? We're just like solidly into garbage time. Alright, I mean I guess heroic reinforcement still kills them.
Together we are strong.
I need a hero. That's not a hero who's gonna save me. Do 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 do. Alright. I'm gonna keep playing till we win one more, till we lose one more, and then I'm gonna be done for the day. So, I think we're gonna end a little bit early today. I don't have anything else lined up and things organized, so I'm kind of hungry. Probably just end a little bit early. I've been running late a lot, so ending early once in a while is probably fine. Still at that batting 500, yep. Seems pretty reasonable. Got a bunch of 1-drops on the play. Lead on Skymarcher because it attacks for 2 on 2. 4 hours earlier than usual. I would like the record to reflect that my scheduled end time is 4 p.m. I usually go till 6. I've been doing a lot of 12-hour days lately. And if we hit a giant win streak and push into Mythic, great. But I think that's pretty... Based on how the rest of today has gone, I think that's incredibly unlikely. I should have played the Legion's Landing last turn. We'd be attacking for more point of damage here. I guess not that it really matters because they have O3s. I'd have gained one, I suppose. The good news is we're way closer to having the City's Blessing than they are, so we've got that going for us. If we hit a land, we'll probably play Heroic Reinforcements. If we miss on the land... I wonder if we're playing a literal mirror. There was someone that said they were in chat.
Their statistics have my blood pumping.
This enables the City's Blessing, so let's do it. Maybe this is wrong just because they have two O3s, so maybe I'm supposed to just prioritize getting the Marshal down before I make this attack because they have free blocks like this. I still hit them for a good chunk though. I don't know. It's probably an all roads lead to Rome, choose your own adventure book here. Thomp Dog checking in for the 9th month in a row. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, I guess Marshal second means I get to attack with a bunch of two power things again this turn. Alright, not an actual mirror because they have Tithe Taker. That makes things much harder for us. Thankfully we have Marshal. Like, if I'd have sequenced the other way, I'd be able to attack with these this turn just because they'd be 3/3s. Which would be ideal. Really? They're just taking 4 here. That's interesting. Kind of surprised they didn't chump that. Yep.
You're doing me a favor.
And the scary part here is, like, they're missing land drops, so they have 2 spells in their hand, which is obnoxious.
Tragedy or comedy of errors.
Oh, I should have attacked with this, right? This would have let me pay 4 to kill a creature. Am I interested in paying 4 to kill a creature? I'm not sure that I am. This attack leaves them dead to Benalish Marshal, right? So Heroic Reinforcements and Marshal both kill them here. We drew a land. That's a lot like the card I was just talking about. Very, very similar. Almost one and the same. Please attack with this too. Rats. Alright, well. Still have 3 heroic reinforcements. I'm gonna be done for today. I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow with our normal focus on viewer deck lists and fun. This has not been fun. And I think my original takeaway of that, if Magic's not being fun, you should change how you're playing or stop playing. That's a good mantra to have. I'm not going to pivot into viewer deck lists for the rest of the day just because I need to sort through the queue and figure out what's on top. I get deck list import and do lots of other busy work, but I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. Thanks for hanging out, folks. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be back into some arena about 9:30 or so. So thanks for watching. I'll catch all y'all around real soon. Remember, if you want to see more of my stuff, be sure to check out my website and my YouTube channel. If you want to continue watching here on Twitch, I'm going to go ahead and find somebody to host you here real quick. Mr. Jensen is playing Constructed. I'm going to send all y'all over his way. He's good people.